M-O-L-O. What they do?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Molo in the City podcast. I am your host, Moshua L'Oreal, aka Molo. Today we are here in Pop Space Studio off of Auburn Avenue. This is such a beautiful venue. I love all this artwork, so thank you for having us. As always, we are your hub for all things fashion, music, art, and entertainment, keeping you up on all the people and places you need to know in and around the city. And today on the show, you need to know our guest. We have David Shands, creator of Sleep is for Suckers, as well as motivational speaker and author. And we're going to get political today. We got Marckeith, DeJesus. I hope I said that right. DeJesus in the building. He is running for Georgia representative of District 56. So we'll talk to him a little bit later. And we'll also have a performance by the Elyons. You guys are not ready. But before we get into all that, I got to catch you up on all the things that happened this week in entertainment. And honey, it has been a busy week. But we're going to start off on a really positive note. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. If you guys don't know, not only is he a comedian, actor, singer, and everything else under the sun, he can now add hero to his resume. That man saved a young guy out of his car who actually crashed near his house. This was out in California. This 32-year-old guy, he was driving under the influence apparently, and he slid off the road on a wet road, and he hit a ditch, and his car flipped upside down. So Jamie proceeded to call the police, and he got the guy out the car as quick as possible. That was an amazing feat, and the father of the guy was just ever so grateful. So that is a dope story. Shout out to Jamie Foxx for that. You're our hero, Jamie, okay? Now on to talking about politics. We've had some really big things happening in the news lately, starting with Flint, Michigan. As you guys know, there has been a water contamination recently of lead getting in the water from a mistreatment at a treatment facility with the water, and it's causing a lot of difficulties in that community to the extent that even over 8,000 children are now suffering from some health issues, ranging from nervous system disorders to just brain development disorders from the lead poisoning. So, as you guys know, whenever crisis prevails, a lot of celebrities step up and do their part. So my boy, Big Sean, he is doing a major thing. He joined up with the campaign Heal Flint Kids, and he raised $10,000 to help out there. So that is a major look, and that went straight to the community of Greater Flint. So that was a big look. Also, who can't stay out the news right now, Meek Mills actually did his part. He donated 60,000 waters to the community, which is a major look. Now, of course, this is on the cusp of him getting into another mouth battle. Now, him and 50 Cent are the trolls of the century, and they are now trolling each other. So they got into a beef on the internet, and a spectator commented and said, you guys are doing all this beef, talk about money. Why don't you go ahead and help out the Flint victims? So Meek Mill made the challenge that he was going to do a certain donation, and he challenged 50 Cent to match him. So I'm not sure if 50 Cent did it or not, but either way, it's all for a good cause. If you're going to beef, at least help somebody out with it, okay? So shout out to you all, and we're thinking about you guys in Flint, Michigan. Now, on to even more politics. We got to talk about these Oscars, honey. Oh, have mercy. This is just becoming a bigger and bigger debacle each and every day. So, of course, the controversy started because, there's not really a lot of people of color represented in the nominations this year. And this is not the first time that has happened. So different members of Black Hollywood and, people from all ranges of the entertainment industry are speaking out against this. It all kind of catalyst, I would say, with Jada Pinkett. She made a video just kind of expressing her discontent with not being represented. And then, she also just said that she was going to be boycotting and she wasn't going to participate until she saw more representation. Now, of course, this got positive and negative feedback, but a lot of entertainers are in her corner, especially Spike Lee, who has been vocal about this for a long time, actually. Snoop Dogg gave a hilarious response to it, pretty much just F you to the whole Academy, but that's Snoop Dogg, Now, of course, the president of the Academy, who is also a black woman, she spoke about it. She, gave a response to Jada Pinkett, saying that she is aware of, the inequality and things like that, and they hope to do better in the future. So, Oscars, it's just a mess right now. But we'll see. Are you guys going to tune in to watch the Oscars? Let us know what you think about the whole situation. Now, last but not least, I got to get into another thing that kind of branches off the Oscars. Stacey Dash, or as I like to call her, Stacey Kardashian. She's always putting her foot in her mouth, but I'm going to be neutral on this subject. In fact, I need a little help because this is a lot. So, David, if you would mind joining me on this topic, welcome David Shands to the set right now. Y'all can clap if you want to clap. He wants to feel special. Now, this is David Shands of Sleepers for Suckers. Now, baby, okay, let me fill you on what happened. So, pretty much, first of all, Stacey Dash is a very, I wouldn't say astute, but she's just a known Republican. She's always making very controversial things that a lot of the community doesn't agree with. So she went on Fox and Friends, and they were talking about the Oscars and how she felt about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So post-integration, whether it was good or not, it's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's been saying this thing about everybody wants it to be equal. You know what I'm saying? But and I do try to be neutral about this, but my stance is we can never be equal if you try to pretend that we're equal already. Like, we're never going to get there if you don't admit the fact that we need progression. So for you to say that you want to get rid of Black History Month, you want to get rid of Image Awards, we created these things in order to celebrate ourselves. Yeah. So even without you said you can't formulate a solid opinion, but I want you to give an off-top raw. How do you feel when you hear her say that?
It's hard. I've learned not to.
You're very diplomatic, so I give you that. I give you that. You really
because it might come from a different place, and then if she has a chance to explain it, anybody ever says something to you, and it sounds so stupid when you hear it,
right?
But then you get the chance to talk to the person, you're like, oh, it ain't that stupid.
You might have.
Obviously, it sounds crazy, like
off top,
but I can't formulate an opinion. I didn't do research.
That's fine. So you know what?
I'm getting older. You see these grades? I'm getting older.
He got a distinguished grades. We talked about this earlier. All right, well, you got it. But, okay, so we want to get you guys' opinions, because I do feel like there's a lot of different ways you could look at it. I have my own strong opinions about it, but I do understand, too, being diplomatic and being able to understand. Maybe she needs to articulate it a little bit more and we can understand it. So I want to get you guys' opinion on it. Please go onto our Facebook, Molo in the City, and we're going to talk about it. I want to hear what you guys think about Stacey Dash's comments, okay? So we're going to get right to the interviews in a little bit later, talk to David a little bit more, and a performance from the Alien coming up right back on Molo in the City podcast. Welcome back, y'all, to Molo in the City podcast. I am sitting here with one of my faves, David Shands. How you doing, darling? He's modeling for y'all right now.
Turn the mic up, okay? Listen, I got the mic, okay? I'm advertising, guys, okay?
He GQ posing with his book.
They're not calling me back.
He's so daggone silly.
My last time.
This dude is not only an amazing clothing designer. Oh, well, is that the word for it? You do design it. What's wrong with that? It's clothing designer. Sleepers for Suckers. But you're also a motivational speaker. You do a lot of other things, too. Like we were talking about earlier, you mentioned the Black Wall Street, because that's where me and him haven't talked in a while. So last time I interviewed you, you were talking about... I know, we can't do that. We got to talk more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a sentimental moment. That ain't about y'all.
So I see how smooth that guy, she was talking, and she said, oh, okay.
I cannot with him today. But you were talking about Black Wall Street.
Yes,
and I want to reiterate that, because that really is and was an incredible movement for you guys. Now, I knew we had Kaz made part of that. You had a lot of different people in different vocations that all came together, and you guys were doing these tours to schools. You were talking to kids. So just reiterate what the premise of the Black Wall Street tour was.
So the Black Wall Street High School tour is based off Black Wall Street, the original area where it was all African American businesses that came together for one common goal. So I got so engulfed in the story, I said, I'm going to get as many business owners as I can together to go to the schools. Because when I was in high school, I don't know about you, but nobody actually came back and told me, right? like, yo, listen, I used to be where you were. These are the things that you are going to encounter, and this is how you get over it, right? So we go sometimes 30, 40 entrepreneurs to the high school. One, the mentoring where we hang out and talk to the kids, that's very valuable. But what's more valuable is for a student who wants to own a business actually see somebody that owns a business, and that's when they believe it's true. Like seeing is believing, right? So for them to actually see 30 to 40 African American business owners together, that's even more powerful. They've never seen nothing like that.
No, that's incredible.
So what we really try to do is affect the community in some way, right? So just seeing is believing. If a kid can see someone being successful, they'll believe that they can become successful. So I'm sure that's what y'all do here, right?
You already know, honey. We like to promote, successful youth and all that. That's why I love having you come on here, because you're doing not only just these tours, you're doing the most motivational speaking, but you have a clothing line that not only the youth, everybody is wearing, guys. If you live in Atlanta, you have not gone anywhere and not seen somebody rocking this Sleepers for Suckers. And it's incredible. Like, I mean, any event I go to, I'll see somebody, I'm like, oh, that's my boy David. So, like, what about Sleepers for Suckers do you feel is so infectious? Because it's really becoming a major thing. It's almost, when I go to events, it's almost like, and it's really among creatives. And I see it mostly among hustlers, people who are really trying to promote in what they're doing, and they wear these shirts, and it's like a badge of honor. So what do you feel makes your brand so, infectious?
What's different about us, Molo, is we make clothes for the consumer, and the consumer identifies with our message, right? It's not like when you go shop, right? You go into a store and you find something that maybe go with your shoes, the fabric's nice, it fits well, right? But we tell people the message behind Sleepers for Suckers and what it means, right? If you give up sleep doing what you love, you can live the dream that you otherwise only would have dreamt, right? And if people identify with that, they'll buy not only the shirt, but they'll buy the concept.
Yeah.
So they buy the message and they give me money for the clothes. So that's why people like it.
That's what's up. But I know since I'm not talking to you, you got a lot of new things going on. Like, you got these fly hats with the line now. What was up with, do you design these?
Kinda.
Yeah, your team. You rock with your team.
Kinda. We do a little something.
Let's get right into this book, honey. You are a brand new author of your new book. Talk about it, baby. Really? You got to pose again? That's how you feel? Dreams are built overnight. That's something, even the title of it, Dreams Are Built, because you always hear dreams aren't built overnight. So what makes you think that dreams can be built overnight?
It's not in the sense of it happening the next day.
Okay.
Right? But while I worked at the Cheesecake Factory, I was there 6 years. The last 2.5 years, I started building this brand. And I literally constructed the dream overnight, like from the hours of 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., right? My life is so crazy. Most people say, yo, I don't have a lot of time to build, but ain't nothing going on in your house at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's true.
You can build it. I literally constructed this dream every single night. Every single night. It's almost, imagine, right, you in the bed with your husband, right? And you sneak out of bed at 11 o'clock at night and you go work on this little house. You go down there, hit the nails, you work in the foundation, right? And you slide back in the bed at 3 in the morning, right? The next day, everybody falls asleep, you just roll out of bed, you start putting the frame up and the windows, and you do that every single day. Eventually you'll have a house built.
That's
I built one overnight.
That is so dope. How's it been? How have you been enjoying being an author? How's it being received right now?
Oh, man.
I know, because I got one.
Yeah. There's not the fact that a lot of people are buying the book, because a lot of people are buying the book, and it's $20. Bunch of people in this room.
Looks around.
Bunch of people in the studio audience. Yes, I do got them for the love.
Only $20.
But a lot of people are it's so many people buying the book. It's crazy. But the most impressive thing is the reply that I get. When people call me and say, oh my gosh, this book is changing my life. Or people who say, yo, I haven't read a book since high school.
And they read yours.
Done in 2 days. Thank you, bitch. Yeah.
We got them sweating up here, I'm sorry. A little warm.
Ooh,
That's what's up. So what is going to be your legacy? When you get done with it, you got your authors going on, you're doing the speeches, you build it each and every year. So what's going to be your legacy? When you pass, what do you want everybody to remember about David Shands?
That I affected people who affected people. So that's my goal. I want to be able to pour into. I don't need the celebrity or the fame of it, but there are certain high school students that I'll pour into that I want them to go change the world. I might be a little too old. I'm 31. I might be a little too old to go out and change the world. But if I affect a 17-year-old and pour into them what I know at 31, they can go out and change the entire world. So I want.
You're sowing seeds right now.
Absolutely.
That's so dope. David, if they want to get in touch with you, if they want to find your clothes and your books, give us all the rundown of information. How can they get in touch with you? Really? You gonna pose again?
DreamsAreBuiltOvernight.com. DreamsAreBuiltOvernight.com. You can go to sleepisforsuckers.com with the number 4. You can even go to Amazon and just type in Dreams Are Built Overnight. Go to my YouTube channel, Sleep is for Suckers HD. Sleep is for Suckers. Sleep is for Suckers. Sleep is for Suckers. That's
Sleep is for Suckers.
Yeah, figure out if I say it enough. Though.
There you have it. Thank you so much for coming back by, darling. We got to catch up again later. When you do another big thing, you know you're coming back on for another interview.
No doubt, absolutely.
Say no more. We'll be right back with more interviews and more Molo in the City. Wait, it's over. We are back with season 2 of Molo in the City podcast. As you know, we are your hub for all things fashion, music, art, and entertainment. So tune in every week. Follow us on social media and log on to our YouTube. We're in the city. Hey, city people, welcome back to Molo in the City podcast. I am here with my first ever political guest. I am so excited. How are you, Marckeith?
I am excited to be here. I'm so happy to be a part of this podcast and what you all are doing as responsible journalists. I'm just really excited about being able to showcase myself and to get the word out as to why I'm running for state representative.
Definitely, and I want to make sure I'm DeJesus.
DeJesus, but if you don't remember that, remember DeJesus, D-E-Jesus.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. I swear, if I would have came on this podcast and say DeJesus, they would have never let me host again.
And it's okay because a lot of people, when they say, or when they call my name as, DeJesus or DeJesus, they don't look for an African American.
They don't.
They don't even look for somebody who is dark as I am. They look for somebody your complexion. But truth be told, that's me.
Pecan brown. That's okay though. I know who you are, and that's fine. Now I do. I want to get into the politics and everything
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly.
But first, we gotta have some fun. I never had a politician on my show, so I'm gonna ask you a series of random questions that have nothing to do with nothing, just because I want to. Okay. So, first question: the best concert you ever been to?
Without a doubt, Patti LaBelle, 1998 in Savannah, Georgia, when I was honored to get on stage and sing with her. I still have the pictures.
You are kidding.
Patti, I love you.
So you can sing Patti LaBelle?
No. Moving on.
Okay. Your favorite album?
My favorite album would be Patti LaBelle, Burning.
We are Patti.
Hey, listen, I'm a huge Patti LaBelle fan. I love old school music. I love my Patties,
Why did
my
it end this way?
Aretha's. Yes.
Have you had a Patty Pie?
I have not had the Patty
How
Pie.
are you a fan of Patti LaBelle and never had a Patty Pie?
I cannot find the Patty Pies anywhere.
They
Now,
are always sold out.
I have had the Patty Pound Cake. Awesome. Go out to Walmart, get them. Trust me.
Shout out to Patty. Okay, next. Your favorite Atlanta restaurant?
The Cheesecake Factory. I used to work for the Cheesecake Factory. I was a front desk trainer for the Cheesecake Factory for several years. So go out, get the cheesecake. My favorite cake is the limoncello cream tort. You gotta have it.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It is really good.
I'm convinced that the cheesecakes have crack in it because I just be, I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. I behave myself. Politician. Okay, last question. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh boy, my favorite, actually have to say Family Guy.
I love Family Guy.
I love comedy. And Stewie is hilarious. Besides the news, I love MSNBC. Shout out to Rachel Maddow. I love Rachel Maddow. So MSNBC with Rachel Maddow.
That is dope. Now, I plan on learning a lot from you today because I'm not big on politics. I don't know, but I would love to learn more about it.
Absolutely.
What exactly made you want to get into politics, and what age did you start?
Ooh, well, I've always had a love for politics, and as a young kid, there were so many things that were going on throughout the country, especially with Ronald Reagan and Mr. Gorbachev tear down this wall. That inspired me to want to, learn more about politics. And then when I was in middle school, we had, I think it was Herbert Walker Bush, Daddy Bush, who was the president at the time, and Bill Clinton was running for president. And at our middle school, at Murphy Middle School in Augusta, Georgia, we had a play, or sort of debate rather, and I ended up being George Bush. And I was not happy about that. I got no votes.
Got no votes.
None.
That's awesome.
And of course, we all know that William Jefferson Clinton did win.
Halter.
Yes.
That's what's up. So that was your first introduction into politics.
Absolutely.
When did you get to the point where you said you wanted to pursue it?
That's been quite a bit of time ago. But here recently, in November actually, I decided to go ahead and put my hat into the race to run for state representative in District 56. And I did because I, like so many of my other constituents in the district, feel that we need an advocate and a voice in the House Capitol to speak up and speak out on our behalf, and to discuss issues that are plaguing our district and our state, pertaining to homelessness, raising the minimum wage, jobs in the economy, health care.
Major stuff.
That debacle that's still going on with the Republicans trying to repeal health care. Get over it. It's there.
I love it.
There are so many different things, but those reasons, LGBT rights and concerns.
That's
and
big
veterans,
here, too.
Yes,
Very big
and
here.
as an LGBT person, I want to make sure that our community has a voice in the House, and we have to have someone in the House who knows what it's like to go and walk every day as an LGBT person, to be, in some cases, discriminated upon.
Sure.
So we want to make sure that we have a person in the office that's going to speak up, speak out in regards to what we need as a community.
That's awesome. As an LGBT person, has there been any circumstance or anything that you just felt like it might have been controversial or something you had to just face and get over, but that made you want to stand up and fight for the rights? Like, is there any situation you could think of that you went through that's just like, you know what? I'm going to stand up for this because this is not right. I'm not tolerating this anymore.
Not that I have been through personally, but as an LGBT community, when we were fighting for marriage equality, and then of course when the president came out in full support of marriage equality, and then of course the law got passed last June, that excited me because we actually crossed and jumped over a hurdle that kind of held us back from having the initiatives that we needed being brought to the forefront.
Yeah.
So that really just elated me. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
There are still, bills that we need to get enacted and passed into law. Adoption is something that, I think that we need comprehensive legislation on, because right now the current law does not state anything about discrimination, and I think that we need to have discrimination included into the current law to make sure that LGBT persons who want to adopt can do so without, discrimination.
Right. Oh, that is so awesome. So, I mean, at this point, you are bipartisan Democrat. Is that correct? What does that mean to be a bipartisan Democrat? Break it down for politics for dummies like me. Okay. What does that mean?
What it means is that you may not fully agree with what your party says. You may agree partially with the opposing party, like I'm a Democrat. There may be a bill that the Republicans put out that I think, that would be good for the constituents in my district. Right. But maybe the majority of my party may think otherwise.
So you don't have horse blinders on, in other words?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Listen, for me, it's about the constituents in my district. They're first. My party's second. Period.
Definitely.
People should always come first. And if we as politicians get back to, as you said, politics 101, and start putting the people first, then, we can actually start getting some work done.
That's awesome. Now, how do you personally stay in touch with your community? How do you interact with the people? What avenues do you use to be able to talk to the people that you hope to eventually lead?
Well, as a certified financial counselor for one of the largest hospitals here in Atlanta.
How are you?
Yes, I am.
I need him in my life. Okay.
I get a chance to talk to people each and every day about, the financial difficulties that they are experiencing and be able to give them helpful information as to how they can come out of those financial crises.
Right.
In my community, specifically in my apartment community, I'm a part of the crime awareness to make sure that, we
Like
as
Crime
a
Watch?
neighbor- Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
We are looking out for neighbors. We don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we move in next door to someone and we never know who that person is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually look out for your neighbors. Get to know who your neighbors are. Get involved if you see someone coming to their door and you don't know who they are. It's very important to know your neighbors.
I'm glad you said that, because I actually had the complete different mentality. But now that you said it, it makes sense. Because me, I've always been, I'm moving to my apartment, I ain't talking to nobody, because I don't want them to watch me come to my house and they know where I live and stuff like that. But yeah, then again, they look out for you too, so that makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so he gave me a little tidbit that changed my life a little bit. But I got to, because you are just so swaggy right now. Listen, this greenness is giving me life right now. I want to talk about fashion and politics, because it's actually become, to me, more prevalent. Mind you, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I feel like politics in general have just become a lot more petty and superficial of late. I don't know if I can say that, but a lot of it has been about how somebody looks, how they're dressing, how that is. So, and just like you have scenarios where you might have okay, they get on maybe Ben Carson's wife about how she dresses, but then they might celebrate Michelle Obama for how she dresses. But anybody, it really doesn't matter if they're celebrating or not, they're talking about it.
Right.
So what do you feel like is the relevance of fashion and politics right now?
Well, it's an image. It's all about image. You don't want someone who's running for president or vice president or senator or representative looking like a bum.
Facts.
I'm just going to be for real.
Yes.
You want to make sure that you're presentable. And it's another thing, with our young men in our society today, I think that we have to start dressing a little bit differently to, steer ourselves away from the stereotypical things that people say, those young men who like to sag their pants. And listen, nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like, I love it. However, make sure that, when you're being viewed by people, that you keep yourself up to par. You keep yourself in a manner in which others will see you in a good light, in other words.
That's a good point, because I ain't gonna listen, young fellas, this is coming from a lady herself. Sagging, we don't like that. And I feel like, I don't know why you guys are still doing that when women don't like it. So I feel like if you're sagging it, you're not doing it for us. That's the end of that discussion. Okay, anyway. But last but not least, I gotta get into, this is a fashion, music, art, entertainment show.
Yes.
And we have our discussion earlier about you liking some music.
Yes.
I want to know, when you have a campaign, what to you would be music that you would enjoy while you're campaigning? What gets you motivated? What gets you going?
Inspirational music.
Yeah?
Gospel, contemporary gospel, Christian.
Anybody particular?
Well, I love Marvin Sapp.
Yes, Marvin.
Yes.
I know that one.
Sapp. And I love my bishop's brother, Bishop Paul S. Morton.
That's your bishop brother?
My bishop is Bishop James H. Morton, New Beginning. And so, of course, I got to give love to my pastor, my friend, Bishop James H. Morton, and the entire New Beginning Church family. And again, I love my bishop's brother, Paul Morton.
That's what's up. So what is the overall objective for you? I'm talking about just in general, getting into politics, what is going to be fulfilling for you as a politician of why you even started doing this? What is going to make you feel like this is why I came, this is what I wanted to achieve? What would that be for you?
For me, would be to actually be the voice of the people in the Capitol. It is so important that as a person trying to break into politics, that I become a servant for the people. To serve the people is what politicians are supposed to do. So that's very important. I would like to work on legislation to revitalize the West End area. It's a historic part of Atlanta.
I heard a lot about that.
So much. help.
Yes.
So I want to pump money into there. And of course,
Beautiful.
LGBT rights and concerns and veterans' rights, along with our millennials. We've got to get our younger people more involved into the political process.
So if they want to follow your plight, if they want to just follow the things that you're into, is there any way that they can get in touch with you or just
Absolutely.
follow your campaign?
Absolutely. You can go to my campaign website at www.markeith.org, or you can follow me on Facebook at Marckeith DeJesus, DeJesus, and on Instagram at elect Marckeith DeJesus.
That's what, Mark, thank you so much for coming through. And not only that, supporting the show, because you told me you actually watched it and you really enjoyed it. That meant a lot.
Y'all follow the show.
That's what's up. Thank you so much for coming. You guys be sure to follow and vote for this guy. He has a beautiful character. I've enjoyed our conversation so much. So best wishes to you,
Thank
okay?
you so much.
Y'all will be right back with more Molo in the City.
The Gion Cultural Center and Restaurant is the first and only traditional Ethiopian design restaurant in Atlanta. Come and enjoy our award-winning Ethiopian food in a truly cultural setting. Our menu follows the tradition of Ethiopian culture, and along with our service and prices, we guarantee you'll return for more. Our large banquet hall can easily host any family function or any large group. We are located in the heart of Atlanta at 2080 Cheshire Bridge Road. Please visit Gion today and fill your taste buds with tradition.
My girl is a diamond, shouted shining supernova. Took her to my island, now she wanna stay a couple. She the finest, only need a moment in your solar. Shouted wild and say she wanna put that on my face. I can make her levitate, float around and elevate. She know that my cake, she finna conversate. Every time we riding in the phantom like a holiday. Bless me with that wisdom, I be in her, watch her scream my name. If them niggas try you see the shooters where your chest stack. Rolling up that and she already the mess that I'm 100. We stay blunted, smoking heavy, dripped in honey, and she love it. That my baby.
Pushing that phantom back, where you at? I know you feel kiss on my neck. She says, when you gonna come my way? Beat up when the sun shines. 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 You want me? Closer to me, to me, to me. Closer to me, to me. Come closer to me. I still feel you calling.
One time for your mind, I'll be there when the sun shines. Just in time, just in time. Whip it in the classic black, Cadillac magic. Moving like molasses just so they can see us passing. Puffing on that Doja, coming straight for California. Rolling up the papers, smoking vapors like ammonia. And she bumping to this anthem. How we move in tandem. Eat it while the sun come. Beat it like a bass drum. Riding through Atlanta, flashing cameras, paparazzi man. Smoking Tropicana since I ended. I've been saucy. Draped up, she know I got a check. Decorated, I'm a vet. X-rated, sending dirty pics in a text. Hop in my caddy, then she kissing on my neck. Got her in the zone, she in love with the misfit. Hella blown, now she wanna have free sex. Now my backseat looking like a mosh pit. Oh, you don't know how I missed this. Feel the vibe and I'm too lit. I really couldn't change that. Yeah, damn my pain. What a hater say, I'm the only one to lay it down.
Cadillac, pushing that phantom back, where you at? I know
All right, y'all. Right now, we just had an incredible performance by this young group, The Alien. Oh, y'all, that was so good. I really appreciate you guys. How'd you guys come together? I need to know.
Well, one day there was a big art show and there was a big dance festival. And so that's where we met Pop. And suddenly, we started just doing all types of work together. Got pretty popular in the city. Started getting the high schools coming out, all the kind of stuff. And then we just knew that there was the direction. And Leah came along. And we started producing and making music together. Since then, we just loved each other, and so it's just been a great thing. We just really love what the movement has kind of been around us and everything.
And there's so many of us. We're coming from so many different angles, from young to old to now. It's just time for new music.
Yeah.
And something that we got to hold people accountable for love and self-worth and appreciation. So that's what we are. That's just the aliens. We don't have to fit in, but we're going to coexist and learn how to create and be good people. Love yourself, That's what's up.
So, darling, tell me, where can we find you? They want to find your music. They want to keep in touch with you guys. How do they get in touch with you?
Exactly. Y'all can holler at us on Instagram at the Elyons. Simple like that. Also, you can go to our website, trapalien.com, which is our record label's website as well.
Independent artists.
Independent?
Yeah.
Now, also, y'all, we have been allowed to be in this absolutely beautiful venue. Please tell us a little bit about where we are right now.
Well, this is Pop Space Gallery here in Old Fourth Ward on Auburn Avenue, and this is our art gallery, healing center, as well as music studio. So it's kind of like headquarters for us. Really, we're all about integrating the arts and expansion and kind of expanding ideas. So that's what the Elyons is really about. It's about thinking different, being alien. And so Pop Space is a space that facilitates that. And we work with young artists, from all different kind of backgrounds, kind of just to cultivate and build that energy. And it's dope because we get bolstered back from it. We get inspired too. Exactly. So.
That's what's up. And is this local art in here, or what's going on? What's all this beautiful art I see around us? Is this local?
So in that corner, that's Russell Dreyer right there, photographer for Vogue.
We're going to have to show you guys this later.
Right behind us, this is my work.
This right here?
Ellie the giraffe.
I did not match this on
She's
purpose.
matching.
This just happened.
We didn't plan it.
We did not plan this.
Also, a more black though, we were his.
Yes.
See, Chris Pop is trying to sleep on y'all. He really is the Renaissance man. We have on his design. This is a more black. BLAC, love black. That's real. So go to moreblack.com and as well Instagram so you can cop this.
Exactly. Amore as in black. Amore as in love. Amore BLAC. And so that's love black. And so.
Oh yeah, spell Elyon for us because I definitely spelled
Elyon is spelled ELYON. And exactly.
It means God in another language.
Yes, Elyon. I get the Hebrew culture. I get it. That's dope. That's what's up. So as always, y'all, we support young Atlanta. You see some of the best indie people coming out of Atlanta. You be sure to tune into Molo in City, all right? Thank you guys so much for tuning into our show today. Oh, that was so exciting. I got a lot of my firsts today. We had our first politician. Thank you so much, Marckeith, DeJesus, or DeJesus, however you guys want to remember it, for coming out. Thank you so much. I wish you the best in your campaign. Also, thank you to David Shands of Sleep is for Suckers. You guys cannot go anywhere in Atlanta without seeing his clothes. Be sure to get his book. It is awesome. I wish him the best as well. Thank you to my group, the Alien. I want to say alien so bad. The Alien, so bad for coming out. It means God. I'll remember that now. They are so dope. I love them. The voice is amazing. So be sure to follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Also, thank you to, I got them doing this off the top of my head today. Oh, Dragon Tattoo, our sponsor. If you guys need any ink, be sure to reach out to Dragon Tattoo. They will hook you up. Also, the Scales 925. As you guys know, I host there each and every Tuesday night, beginning at 10 o'clock. It is all 90s and 2000s R&B. I know, calm down, it's exciting. Every Tuesday we have live music, live band. It's the dopest show in the city, so be sure to come out there on Scales 925. Let's see. Also, thank you so much to my staff for holding me down each and every show. They keep me together because I'm blind today. If you guys haven't noticed, the contacts are not in there. So thank you so much for helping me out. Let's see. Did I forget anybody? Thank you to Retire Rich Clothing, who does my brand t-shirts. So if you guys want to get any of my t-shirts with the Molo logo on there, Sophistic Ratchet, stand up, then you got be sure to reach out to Retire Rich Clothing. Did I forget anybody else? Let's see. I think that's it. Thank you to the studio for having us as well and all the beautiful artwork. As always, as you guys want to have any of your commercials or ads incorporated into the show, please be sure to email us at inthecitypodcast@gmail.com. If you guys are performers, be sure to send in your EPK to inthecitypodcast@gmail.com. If you do anything else creative, I don't care if you do sculpting or you throw flames, be sure to send in your detailed bio and picture to inthecitypodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on all of our social media, Molo in the City Podcast on Instagram, Molo in the City on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube, Molo in the City Podcast. As always, you all stay so city. I appreciate you. Mwah! See you next week on Molo in the City Podcast.
Just ride with me, girl, I'm alone. We'll get so high, girl, we